Welcome, Bruchim Abayim, to Daily Zohar. I haven't been here for a while. I was a little under the weather. Baruch Hashem, Baruch Hofech Cholim. Just in case you forgot, you could ask us any question you want or request at rabbigaon@gmail.com, or you can join us also at our Facebook at Yeshiva Etzion, that is Etzion on Facebook. Amar Rabbi Abba. Rabbi Abba said, אשריהם ישראל שהקדוש ברוך הוא לא קרא אותם כקודש אלא קודש ממש. Lucky are the Jews that HaKadosh Baruch Hu did not call them like Kodesh, ke-Kodesh, but rather he called them Kodesh Mamash, holy. Not almost holy, like holy. Kodesh Mamash means they became Kadosh. Before we continue, we need to understand, we said it many times, we say it many more times. The only entity in the universe that is Kadosh Michamat Atzmo. Kadosh is holy because of itself. The only thing is God. Everything else becomes holy because of or depends on their closeness or because of God. A person cannot become holy because he decided he is holy now. Maybe he has many holes, but he's not holy. Kadosh is only because either HaKadosh Baruch Hu made you, called upon you that you are holy, or that you seek closeness so much to Him that by itself, that light kind of shadows on you or reflects on you, you become holy because of that. But no other way. Nothing is holy because you were, a person was born, or a person, the holiness passes on. This guy is holy, now he dies, his son automatically becomes holy. That's very nice, but it doesn't really work like that. And holiness is dependent on your actions. Even the Mishnah says the following, that Eretz Yisrael mekudeshet michol ha'amim, michol ha'aratzot, that the land of Israel is holy out of all places in the world. It means not that Eretz Yisrael is the only holy place, but it's more holy than all other places in the world. The Mishnah continues that most people stop reading the Mishnah, they close the book and they move on. The Mishnah continues as the following: Ubamei Kedushata. And what is the Kedusha of Eretz Yisrael? The Kedusha of Eretz Yisrael, because we do mitzvot shetliot ba'aretz, mavim, turmot, ma'asrot, we do all these mitzvot that are dependent on this. Therefore, the Kedusha comes because we do something in it. The only thing that is holy michamat atzmo because of itself is God. So let's clear this up and just go along with it. Here, Am Yisrael are holy because God say they are holy. Not like. They are holy. Shekatuv. Kodesh Yisrael Hashem. Hashem sanctified the Jews, or the Jews are sanctified, are holy, are separated. Like Kiddushin. Kiddushin, we call Kiddushin when a person marries a woman. Kiddushin, to sanctify. How a person is sanctifying the process of marrying, how it becomes sanctified, becomes holy, by separating this woman and designating her only for yourself. Therefore, she's separated from the whole entire world to you by the action of marriage. Kedusha can only be in marriage. If a person goes with many people, there's no holiness there. Is anything else but holy. And a person like that could never be holy. In Judaism, we don't say abstain from or practice celibacy. It says no, it's a human need. But do it in a dignified way. Do it in a holy way. How? They say yourself a wife and do the mitzvot with your wife the way it should be. This is how you do it. By kiddush, by sanctifying your actions. So you have to know the boundaries, you have to know the limits. Umishum zeh kol ochlav yashamu. And because of that, everything that the Jews do becomes holy. Everything that they eat, everything that they do becomes holy. Lamadnu, Amar Rabbi Yosef said, Mara'a Kadosh Baruch Hu latet hadinim liYisrael. Did Kadosh Baruch Hu, we're reading Parashat Mishpatim, why did Kadosh Baruch Hu decided to give the din, the laws, to Am Yisrael? And that is, Kadosh Baruch Hu gave us the Ten Commandments, right? Lo ta'aseh, lo this, and so on and so forth. And then we have Ela Mishpatim. Why is that? Ela kach lamadnu. This is what we should really learn. Mitzad hagvura nitna Yisrael. You remember, according to Kabbalah, we said there are many different filters, attributes of what is it, or how things come down. We said many times, Mipi hagvura sham'u, and so on and so forth. Gvura means what? Strength, heroism. What? Might. Heroism. Also refers to what? Midat Adin. When HaKadosh Baruch Hu created the world was supposed to create it in Midat Adin. And then the world, HaKadosh Baruch Hu saw that the din, the immediate judgment, the world could not function. That's the Gemara in Avodah Zarah. The Gemara says, HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, the world cannot maintain itself like this because for everything that you do, you get immediate punishment. Or immediate reward. Depends on what it is, right? A person speaks about somebody, Lashon Hara, stop talking, right? A person comes to hit somebody, hands freezes, and so on and so forth, right? It's impossible to live like this because then you end up worshipping Hashem from fear, not from love. You lose your free choice. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu mix up Midat HaRachamim as well. HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave Am Yisrael Torah, Midat Adin, because this is how the world really should have been conducted from the beginning. Umishum zein, because of that, tzarich latet shalom benehem. Because the Torah was given from tzad hagvura, Am Yisrael must live in harmony with each other. Kedei she'aTorah tiyeh shmira or shmura, either the Torah would serve as a protection or as the Torah would be preserved by the unity of Am Yisrael. If Am Yisrael is not united, I have my own Torah, you have your own Torah, we basically have nothing to do with each other. That's why sometimes it's very easy for a Sephardi, argument's sake, to go, he could be in a community in Canada and he wants to go to Brazil, it'll be the same thing. They all follow a Shulchan Aruch. That by itself creates a certain unity. So is originally, HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave us Torah. There's no Hasidish, to Litvak. These are really foreign concepts to Am Yisrael. A Jew is a Jew. A Gentile, I understand that. A Gentile doesn't say, I like you better because you came from this country, and Jews that came from that country I don't like. Either he likes you or doesn't like you. That's it. The Jew is a Jew for him. Secular or religious. I want you to understand that. Why we always fail in that? Because we don't understand what the Torah was given to us. The Torah was given to us mitzad hadin. And we call the halachot dinim. The halachot, the laws, we call din. Judgment is called din. And that's because it will be shmura michol tzadeh. So in order for the Torah or for Am Yisrael to be kept intact from all sides, how you do it? Unity. You don't create a point of argument, because a point of argument will be a point of vulnerability. That's where you're going to get hit. You need to be harmonized. She'amar Rabbi Abba, the Rabbi Abba says, Amar Rabbi Yitzchak, he said in the name of Rabbi Yitzchak, En ha'olam mitkayem ela al hadin. The whole existence of the world depends on the din, on judgment. Do we have anarchy? Or we don't? If you have anarchy, it's very nice if you're a student or you are a teenager in high school. Everybody wants anarchy, right? Or if you like the Sex Pistols in the 70s, it was all about anarchy. But somehow they saw that really anarchy cannot function. We really need to have a set of rules. Ask all those revolutionaries if they're going to put a book or they put a song out, it will be okay for me to copy it because it's anarchy. No, for that, no, you have to follow. There's a law, there's copywriting, So we do need laws. That's why we pray as Jews, L'Shlom Malchut. Whether you like this president or you don't like this president, or you like this prime minister or you don't like this prime minister. Zet Tfilah L'Shlom Malchut. You have to pray that there's going to be laws. The HaKadosh Baruch Hu will give in the heads and in the mind and the hearts of those leaders Rachmanut to do with Am Yisrael good. But if not, if we don't have rules, we're going to swallow each other. There's going to be anarchy. Kol ha'olam mitkayem al din. There are laws all over the world. There isn't a country with no laws. Even the most primitive place in the world, the most non-Western place that you can find, I don't know, somewhere in the Amazons, a tribe of people that never saw a face of a person in their life besides their tribe, they also have a set of rules. Where did this come from? Where's this human need to create their own set of rules? Whatever the rules, whether we agree with them or they make sense to us or don't make them, they have their own sense of rules. Why is this human need to have rules? Because it's implanted by HaKadosh Baruch Hu in each and every human being to have din. And what's a better way to explain dinim and to understand how the works if it's not by the Torah? Even the great United States of America, the American Constitution, Declaration of Independence, is based on the concept of free choice, of Jewish laws. That's where it comes from. So, אין העולם מתקיים ללא דין, שלולא דין לא היה מתקיים. If there wasn't din, the world could not exist. ומשום זה נברא העולם בדין ונתקיים. And because of that, the world originally and the natural way of the world is that it's going to be din, judgment. That couldn't take it, would introduce midat harachamim. HaKadosh Baruch Hu introduced that. So now it's the good or both good. There is the mercy and the judgment together. Midat adin lo nistalka, it's still around. It's just softened up. Somebody once explained to me, it's like a concept of a Tai Chi punch. It is like a steel fist wrapped in cotton. It's hard, but it's soft to touch. It's midat harachamim on the outside. But when he comes inside, it's midat adin. The din is always there. It's wrapped. It's wrapped. למד רבי אבא כתוב, דינו לבוקר משפט. Rabbi Abba says, the din comes in the morning. HaKadosh Baruch Hu sits in the morning in din. He does the judgments in the morning. ולא כל היום, and not the rest of the day, only in the morning. אלא לבוקר, עד שלא יאכלו הדיינים ולא ישתו. And when is that? Until the dayanim would eat and drink. Why? שכל מי שדן דין אחר שאכל ושתה, אין הוא דין אמת. Before you sit into judgment, it's a law in the Shulchan Aruch. The judges, before they sit to judgment, they can't eat. They have to fast. Because if you did your judgment after you ate and drank, your judgment is already distorted. You ate, you're a little tired, didn't pay attention. Things happen to you. So you can't sit in din after you ate and drank. והוא אזהרה לדיינים, and it's a warning to the dayanim, to the judges, not to eat and drink before they sit in din. שכל מי שדן דין אחר שאכל ושתה, he who sat in the din, he's a judge, after he ate and drank, מחייב דם חברו ונותנו לאחר. You might charge the wrong person, and the judgment is going to be wrong. כי דמו ממש נותן לאחר. ממש, you might charge, even we say money, maybe just monetary, not necessarily you sentence him to the electric chair, but even if it's money, damim, sometimes blood, refers to money. You spit blood until you sweat blood until you make a penny. So damim is also, you might say, oh no, he owes him. And it's not like this because you just ate, you fool, you're arrogant. When you're a dayan, you're a judge, you have to sit be'ema v'pachad. You can't sit on the throne because you are not the judge. You are only represented. You have to be very careful. It's the same thing as a doctor. When a doctor sees a person, he has to remember he's no more than a vessel. HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave him the permission, the authority to cure that person into that. I saw in a book, it says, those who really believe in Hashem, who has tremendous emunah, don't need to go to doctors. Because they know, Ani Hashem Rofecha. For most of us, that our emunah is not intact, doing that will be the wrong thing to do. For us, HaKadosh Baruch Hu created the doctors. But never forget, He's not the one who sends you the cure. Hashem is. He's just a vessel. So the doctor should never forget that he's just a vessel. Don't ever be arrogant. Never be arrogant. Remember this, believe that we're going to say something tomorrow about Parashat, of last week's Parashat HaShavua, and you see Bezat Hashem how he sits down together. This is only about money, but even more so when it comes to Dinei Nefashot. When there's a case of murder or other things, or putting a person in jail, how much a judge has to be careful and fearful about what is going to get. Cannot be arrogant. You have to tremble with fear about what is happening in front of you now. You might put a person, take his freedom and put him in jail. God forbid even to send him to a death sentence. How much you have to look into yourself first before you sit down like that. And it says here, ועל זה כתוב, דינו לבוקר משפט, וכתוב, אני השם עושה חסד ומשפט. Hashem does chesed and mishpat. Hashem introduced midat ha-chesed in midat adin. And through this mixture of midat ha-chesed and midat adin, we're going to create rachamim in the world, and yet we create boundaries. The boundaries allowed us the freedom to operate, would not give us this fear of we don't know what we're doing. Will be able, it enables us, the dinim, the halachot, to put our mind together to a joint effort to make this world into a better place. Because if it wasn't for the din, ish hatov be'enav, ayashar be'enav yaseh. If it wasn't for the din, everybody's definition of good is different. Here comes the halacha, here come the dinim, and it tells us what to do. And the first thing that it tells us in Parashat Mishpatim is the following: Eved Ivri. It tells a lot about Parashat Mishpatim. Why first deals with the Eved? Why first we deal with Avadim? Why does it talk about all this thing? And I hope you're very interested about it, because like this you feel hungry for when we do Parashat HaShavua at the end of the week. Have a great day.